As the morning light filters gently into your home, you might notice a familiar, yet heart-wrenching silence in the air. While rising sunbeams usually herald the excitement of a new day, your senior dog might not match that energy like they used to. If your dog is over 7 years old, it's natural for their pace to slow down. But could it also signify something deeper? This morning, let's explore 7 subtle signs that your senior dog is quietly struggling, signs that often go unnoticed but can be crucial to their well-being. Each morning tells a story, hinting at underlying issues that deserve our attention. Let's begin our countdown with the first sign. Your dog is slower to rise from their favorite resting spot. You might find them nestled in their bed, lying there a bit longer than usual. This behavior can indicate that they are experiencing discomfort, often related to arthritis or joint stiffness. Watch for how long it takes them to get up in the mornings. Is it taking a minute or 2 longer? A good practice is to gently encourage them to stand, observing whether they seem hesitant or if there's any visible discomfort. If you notice this lasting for more than a week, it might be time to check in with your vet. Next on our list, we have the occurrence of first-step stiffness that seems to walk off after a few moments. Have you ever watched your dog take their first steps in the morning, only to see them move haltingly, as if they're warming up? This could be another sign of arthritis or muscle stiffness. It's common for stiffness to dissipate after a few minutes of movement, but if your dog consistently struggles with those initial steps, it's worth keeping an eye on. Pay attention over the week. When they finally do shake off that stiffness, how does that look? If they don't improve by the end of the week, seeking veterinary advice should be a priority. Now, let's talk about the third sign, your dog hesitating at stairs. Whether it's a few steps down or up, their reluctance can be a strong indicator of pain or weakness. Dogs often move with confidence, but if you notice your dog pausing before tackling stairs, it's often not just a simple moment of indecision. Watch how they approach the stairs over the next week. Are they inching up, hesitating, or looking back at you for encouragement? If those stairs become a challenge instead of an everyday activity, a visit to the vet should be in the cards right away. Moving deeper into our countdown, we come to the fourth sign, changes in sleeping position. Your dog's sleeping habits have likely shifted over the years. Is he curling up in a tighter ball or opting for a position that seems more comfortable than usual? Dogs often adapt their sleeping positions to avoid pain, so if you notice any significant changes, this is a sign to watch. Count how many different positions they try over the week. If you see them struggling to find a comfortable position more than once, that's worthy of a same-week vet visit to rule out potential pain or discomfort. As we reach our halfway point, let's note the fifth sign, less stretching. Stretching helps alleviate tightness and keeps muscles supple. If your dog was once an enthusiastic stretcher every morning and has suddenly ceased this behavior, it can indicate discomfort or stiffness. Observe how often they stretch after waking up. If your dog has always greeted the day with a big, joyful stretch, a sudden lack of interest can be an important indicator of their comfort level. If they skip stretching for a week, it's essential to discuss this with a vet. Now, on to the sixth sign, skipped breakfast enthusiasm. Does your dog seem less excited about their morning meal? You know that joyous dance around the kitchen when it's feeding time, the wagging tails, the playful hops. If that enthusiasm dims, it could signal dental discomfort or even cognitive changes that come with aging. Monitor their eating habits throughout the week. If your dog has always been a voracious eater but now turns their nose up at food, it's time to take a closer look. If your dog doesn't show interest in breakfast for more than a few days, reach out to your veterinarian. Finally, we arrive at the seventh and most telling sign, the dog who stops greeting you at the door. If your pup has always been your enthusiastic welcome committee, but now lingers on the couch or bed when you come home, this can be a significant red flag. A lack of interest in greeting, you can suggest a decline in their overall well-being or even cognitive decline. Pay close attention this week. Do they remain in their spot, or do they still light up when you walk through the door? If they stop greeting you altogether, that is a same-week vet visit without question. It's essential to remember that while these signs might feel alarming, they are merely indicators that your dog is communicating their needs. Each of these signals tells a story about your dog's comfort, health, and happiness. The best course of action is always to keep a close eye on any changes and seek professional advice when necessary. Please remember, while this discussion provides valuable insights, it is not intended as veterinary advice. Your dog's well-being is paramount, and a licensed veterinarian is the best resource when you're concerned about their health. As you embark on your next few mornings with your beloved companion, take these insights to heart. Engaging with your dog in a deeper way enhances not just their life, but yours too. You want to ensure that you both enjoy the good years ahead. If you found this information helpful, consider subscribing for more gentle reminders and guidance on keeping your senior dog happy and healthy in their golden years. Together, let's make every day count. As you begin to assess those morning signs, let's dive a little deeper into the nuances of each behavior, bringing more clarity to the signals your senior dog is sending. Imagine starting each day with your furry friend by your side, their enthusiasm once more radiant than the morning sun. Some dog owners often reminisce about the boundless energy a puppy exudes. But as your dog matures, those long-lost habits redefine themselves, perhaps even in ways that whisper rather than shout. Consider the first sign again, the slower rise. It's easy to chalk it up to simply aging. Yet, understanding that this behavior is a direct response to physical discomfort can be a game changer. Picture your dog groaning softly as they shift their weight, favoring one leg before attempting to stand. That slight limp might not just be fatigue. It's your dog's way of telling you something's off. A friend of mine noticed his Labrador, Bella, left her favorite spot under the dining table during the mornings. She eventually took much longer to rise and only did so after significant coaxing. It wasn't until he noted the pattern and saw a veterinarian that he discovered Bella was suffering from arthritis in her hips, an issue that becomes more prevalent as dogs age. A simple treatment plan made a world of difference for her. Moving on to the second sign of first-step stiffness, wouldn't it just tug at your heartstrings to see your dog take tentative steps reminiscent of a young pup's first encounter with the world? By gauging how long it takes for your dog to shake off that stiffness, you may uncover hidden truths about their mobility. The warmth of your home offers comfort, yet the structure of the outside world may present challenges. Think about how they seem relieved once they've walked a little further, morphing from hesitant to more spirited. One morning, as my neighbor walked her senior bull terrier, she witnessed a poignant exchange. At first, he took those stiff steps, struggling to gain momentum. But with every block they covered, a transformation occurred. Gradually, he regained a semblance of his old strength. This epiphany made her redefine their morning walks, implementing shorter durations with breaks in between. If you notice this pattern persisting for a week, then consulting your vet is essential. After all, even a slight tweak to their routine can profoundly impact your dog's comfort. Let's reflect on the third sign about hesitating at stairs. Each stair can seem like a mountain for an older dog. Picture your dog staring at those steps, gauging each rise as if weighing their bravery. Perhaps they look back at you, with eyes asking for reassurance. Remember, your dog may have once bounded up and down without thinking twice. Now, that lingering hesitation illustrates how a minor situation morphs into a monumental challenge. I once had a Labrador retriever named Max who loved to chase his ball up the stairs. One day, he stopped halfway, watching the ball roll past him instead of leaping with joy. I knew this was out of character for him. Observing that hesitation throughout the week helped me understand that it wasn't mere laziness. A trip to the vet revealed that he had developed some tendinitis in his front paw. Simple adjustments at home, like using a ramp and providing support while navigating those stairs, changed everything for him. Shifting to the fourth sign, changes in sleeping position. Your dog's seemingly innocent sleeping style could reveal deeper issues. Dogs are expert contortionists. They adapt with grace to find comfort even when they're not feeling their best. If you catch them in unusual positions, perhaps resting their head against a soft object or curled up tightly, it might hint at pain they are avoiding. Picture a golden retriever named Daisy, once a sprawler who claimed her spot on the couch like a queen. As she aged, her back began to arch, and she began sleeping in positions that seemed to prioritize comfort over familiarity. Over the week, her owner observed the struggle to settle down. After speaking with their vet, they discovered that arthritis was contributing to her discomfort. With the right medication and a supportive bed, Daisy found solace again. It's essential to watch for any pressure that seemed to exude when she's attempting to sleep. The fifth sign of less stretching often goes unnoticed during your morning routine. Stretching is akin to a morning yoga session. It's a dog's way of loosening up and preparing for the day. As a dog's comfort diminishes, so might their instinct to engage in those joyful stretches. Pay attention to your dog when they first get up. When was the last time you cheered them on during a big stretch? Imagine encountering a hound named Charlie, known far and wide for his morning yoga. His family would laugh at how he would gracefully elongate and release tightness upon waking. Yet one week, that joyful stretching dwindled to nothing. His family, alarmed, took a step back to observe his mornings together. Seeking veterinary advice led to them finally learning about his back issues. Staying attuned to these tiny cultural shifts in your dog's routine can uncover larger issues. The sixth sign, skipped breakfast enthusiasm, can cut deep. That morning ritual of excited paw taps and affectionate sniffs near their food bowl is a pivotal moment. But when that exuberance fades, it can be worrisome. Your dog's appetite is often a reflection of their physical and mental health. A decline can signal discomfort that ranges from oral pain to broader cognitive shifts. Picture a terrier named Sophie, whose signature breakfast wiggle was iconic in her household. One morning, her family noted silence where there had previously been orchestrated chaos. A few days went by, with Sophie lingering in her bed rather than bouncing excitedly for breakfast. It took a full week before her family connected that absence to her dental health. A dental checkup and cleaning transformed her morning ritual back to joyful chaos. Ensure your dog's enthusiasm for breakfast is a staple of their day. If it falters, be proactive in consulting with your veterinarian. And finally, the seventh and most telling sign is the diminished greeting at the door. Picture how it feels to enter your home after a long day, only to be met with silence instead of wagging tails. Those joyful welcomes speak volumes about your dog's spirits. A senior dog who suddenly finds their enthusiasm waning may not only be struggling physically, but perhaps also deal with emotional or cognitive changes. During a visit to my sister, I encountered her beagle, Rufus, who had always greeted guests with unabashed love. But one evening, I stepped in, greeted by utter stillness. He lay limp, barely moving, as if unsure of how to react. This behavior mirrored a week of noticing him lingering in isolation rather than seeking companionship. A subsequent veterinary visit uncovered cognitive decline, but with the right approach, mealtimes and activities adapted to stimulate him returned some of that joy. It's vital to keep these changes contextual rather than overwhelming. Each morning sign functions like an audible alarm, alerting you to underlying struggles that can often go unnoticed. Embracing these observations means more than just reflecting on some shy morning moments. It's about ensuring your senior dog feels beloved and supported as they navigate their twilight years. Ensuring your senior dog lives their best life bolsters a bond built on awareness and reflection. Your routine inspections empower you to embrace every tail wag and wet-nosed greeting with renewed appreciation. As you embark on this journey together, always remember that caring requires attentive consideration and, at times, seeking professional help. While these insights provide valuable food for thought, remember that they do not replace formal veterinary advice. Your pet's happiness is of utmost importance, so lean on the wisdom of veterinary professionals when it comes to addressing your concerns. Planning the following mornings with deeper awareness enables you to amplify the joys of your shared experiences, nurturing not only your senior dog's comfort, but enhancing your own journey as well. Lean into these moments, engage with your dog's signals, and perhaps even subscribe to our channel to gain more heartwarming and informative insights as you continue to enjoy the wonderful years ahead with your furry companion. Each day brings forth unique memories that make the bond between you grow stronger.